Hey, Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. This is the ISUPK Killeen Brotherhood class. I'm Priest and Officer Tapazar, you know what I'm saying? And today's class is called Dry Bones. You understand? And we're going to be getting into Ezekiel 37. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be the basis of the lesson. And the reason why I chose this topic is because I seen a post on Facebook. I don't know if the brother was from Alabama, you understand, or if he was from that area or what. It was he clearly from a state in the South, you understand. But he's, you know what I mean, after the situation in Montgomery, the brawl that occurred in Montgomery, the brother's speaking on like a vibe or a feeling that he's been feeling ever since that incident. You understand? And you know, and really what the brother was expressing, what it comes down to is what the Lord is doing right now. You know what I'm saying? The scripture said that the Most High was going to pour out his spirit, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, on all flesh or his people in these last days. You understand? And in the spirit that's being poured out is the spirit of Christ. And the spirit that Christ had was a spirit of brotherhood. You dig what I'm saying? But why is that so important for us right now as a people? The reason being is because of our condition. You understand the state that we're in. And the Lord was dealing with the prophet Ezekiel, man, and he showed him something. You know what I'm saying? He gave him a vision of something, man. And really what Ezekiel saw is the same thing that Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians are seeing every single day in their communities, man. You understand? It's the state and the condition of our people. It's what we're going through as a nation. You understand? So we're gonna go ahead and get into that. You understand? Salaki, if you could, you're gonna have to hook that mic up. Yeah, I anticipate, you know what I mean? So like I said, I'm Priest and Officer Tapazar. You know what I mean? I got Priest and Officer Abiyar in here rocking out with me, holding it down. And we're going to go ahead and get into this, man. Get into this class, right? If you have any questions, you know what I'm saying, or comments, go ahead and post it in the chat. If you want Clubhouse, share the room. If you have any questions or comments or want to come on stage and give a comment, just go ahead and raise your hand and we'll go ahead and bring you up. All right. But let me see. Is your mic good, Art? Okay. All right, no sweat. We're gonna go ahead and start with Ezekiel 37 at verse 1. You understand? Like I said, the name of this class is Dry Bones, man. You understand? And what do dry bones, you know what I'm saying, indicate? Dry bones indicate, you know what I'm saying, something that was alive that is now dead. You understand? It also indicates, it could also indicate, you know what I mean, deterioration, or you know what I'm saying, or that when you see bones, you know that they've been in this condition for a long period of time. You dig what I'm saying? Because, you know, typically dead bodies aren't supposed to be seen above ground. You understand what I'm trying to say? You're supposed to put them in a grave, in a tomb. You know what I'm saying? Down in Louisiana, I think they call them mausoleums. You understand? It's not supposed to be visible to the it's not supposed to be seen to the human eye. It's supposed to be dealt with a certain way. So when you see bones laying anywhere, or a carcass, usually, you know what I'm saying, if it's a human, that's not a good thing. It indicates either, you know what I'm saying, somebody dying, or a crime, or murder, right? Some of that nature, you understand? But bones also biblically have another meaning as well. And we're gonna get into that. You dig what I'm saying? Or whenever you're ready, Art. Yeah.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me.
Right. This is Ezekiel speaking. He's saying the hand of the Lord was upon him. Go ahead.
And carried me out in the spirit of the Lord.
Uh-huh.
And set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones.
Which was full of bones. So when you see a valley of bones, that can mean a number of things, man, right? A lot of times, man, like when armies would go to war, you understand, back in the day, they would have their battles, you know what I'm saying, on different grounds, right? Different, like sometimes they might battle in a forest, they might battle on a hillside, or they might usually like they battle in a valley. A lot of battles happen in the valley because captains, generals, kings, They might want to have their camp set up on high ground, but have their armies in the valley, like to actually do the battle. You understand, to be able to observe and see what was going on. So a lot of battles would occur, or wars would occur in valleys. You understand? And for him to see a valley of dry bones, that means that there was a people there, right, or an army there. You understand that, and these are the people that lost that war, that lost that battle. You understand? And he's seeing the bones of dead people. You know what I'm saying, in this valley, right? Go ahead, keep reading.
And caused me to pass by them round about.
Right. So the spirit of the Lord, the spirit of the Most High, has Ezekiel to not only see this valley of dry bones, this whole entire valley of dry bones. If any of y'all are familiar with like that, you know what I mean, like the Disney movie The Lion King, you know what I'm saying? Away from where Mufasa's kingdom was, it was the land of like where the hyenas was at. You understand? And I think they call it like the elephant graveyard or something like that. But it was like where all the bones of the dead animals was at. You know what I mean? It was just dead bones. You understand? Like these things, these animals or these creatures was once alive and now they're dead. And so it's like an open graveyard. You dig what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and look, they were very dry.
So the Lord has Ezekiel to walk around these bones, man. You understand? He has him walking in the midst of this valley, looking at how many of them it were, and that they were very dry. And the fact that it says that it highlights that they were very dry is indicating that they have been in this condition for a long time. You understand? You understand? So these bones have been in this condition for a long period of time. And this is the thing, man. You understand? I'm gonna go to this scripture real quick, because this is what this is the Lord giving Ezekiel a vision. You understand, of he's using one image to explain some the condition of his people, and we're gonna read on and see that. Keep reading.
And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live?
Right. So he's asking Ezekiel, can these bones live? Now, that's a crazy question. You understand? Like, you might see like them old black and white horror flicks, you know what I'm saying, where it's walking skeletons or mummies and things like that. But the Lord asking Ezekiel, can these bones live? You dig what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't know how you respond to a question like that for the Most High. You know what I mean? But we're gonna see what Ezekiel say. Go ahead.
And I answered, oh Lord, God,
He's saying, Most High, only you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you're going to ask me that. I mean, only you can know that answer, right? Keep reading.
Again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
Right. So he's telling Ezekiel to prophesy, to speak to these to these dead bones, these dry bones, speak to these things that are in a condition of death. You know what I'm saying? And prophesy to them. Basically saying prophesy to the dead. Right? Go ahead.
Thus said the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
You shall what?
And ye shall live.
Now, what is the Most High talking about, man? He's saying, I'm gonna cause breath to enter into you, and then these bones are gonna live. This can boggle the mind, because once you see the skeleton of a human being, there is no coming back from that. You understand? That's a condition that to any regular person analyzing the situation, it's irreversible. Once you're in that condition, you're not getting out of it. So it looks impossible. And for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, our condition living in this society, living in this kingdom, in this world, under the rulership, you know what I'm saying, of our oppressors, our condition seems hopeless. Our condition seems impossible. It's like, how are we going to get out of this? You understand? You know what I mean? But the Lord is giving, the Lord is showing the actual problem, because we all see the condition of our people. You understand? But he's also giving the solution. You understand? Keep reading.
And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you.
Right.
and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Right, and you should know that I'm the Lord. So the Lord is saying that based on Ezekiel prophesying, you dig what I'm saying? Prophesying to the bones, what's gonna happen after that. You understand? But let's go back a little bit, man. You understand? We're gonna get into this scripture real quick. What's going everything to walk? Okay, no sweat. Give me Revelations 11 and 8 real fast, because what also this is what the Lord giving this this vision to Ezekiel. What he's also showing is that we're in I mean these bones are in this condition, but they've been very dry. So what does that mean? That nobody has given any aid or assistance. No one's even had the decency to bury these bones. You ever see like a movie where say it's like it's like one of those apocalyptic movies, or it's a movie about war and somebody dies, right? And if they got any integrity or honor at all, they don't want to leave the dead body there, right? It could be a military film, right, where they like no man left behind, right? And even though the soldier is dead or the comrade is dead, they're gonna make sure that they don't leave that body on enemy ground, right? Or if it's say it's a war and somebody dies, they say, look, man, we need to go ahead and honor them and give them a proper burial, to put them underground. So that's the respect and the compassion that you would have for somebody that died, that you wouldn't leave their body there to deteriorate. You understand? But the condition of these bones is that nobody tried to bury them. It's just a valley of them, and they're left there. And the thing about a valley is that from all the mountains, from all the hillsides, you can see the condition of what's in the valley from the high places. And in the scriptures, man, the hills and the mountains represent the higher authorities, the rulership, the governments. You understand? And that's the point of this, is that everybody can see our condition, but nobody's offering to give us any aid. Nobody's even offering to put us in a position of respect and honor. They just look upon us and they just say, "Damn, that's a valley of dry bones." Look, this is a valley of people that have been destroyed, and you know what? That's just the condition that they're in. Read Revelations 11 and 8 real fast for me, all right?
Concept.
Right.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 8. And their bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
And their what?
And their bodies.
No. And their what?
And their dead bodies.
And their dead bodies. Their dead bodies shall lie in the street of a great city. You understand? This is a vision that the Most High gave John about a people, and their bodies shall lie. Their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. Keep reading.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Where also our Lord was crucified. Right.
You understand? And let me go ahead and break that down for you, man, real fast. You understand? It says their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. In the scriptures, a great city can represent a country, you know what I'm saying, a power, you understand, a government, you understand? And this one in particular is talking about Babylon or America. You understand? Because Sodom, it says, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Why? Because in America, what has the government legislated? Homosexuality is marriage. The American government pumps the LGBTQ alternative communities agenda and has legislated it and made it law to where they are a protected community or a protected minority. You understand? The LGBTQ community has more protections and more rights than so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, who have been oppressed and marginalized and ostracized and discriminated against for hundreds of years. Right. The LGBT community as a protected class has only really been recognized, I would say, in the last 50 years at the most. When the first slaves to arrive here in America was in 1555. Really 1492, if you want to really count with Christopher Columbus and what was done to our, you know what I'm saying, to our brothers in South America, man. You understand? We have been a disenfranchised, marginalized community since Columbus set his foot on, you know what I'm saying, on the Americans, on the Americas, man. You understand? And sought to enslave and destroy our people. But like I said, we're a valley of dry bones, man. You understand? We're in this condition. Everybody can see us, but nobody cares about us, man. No one offers us aid. No one tries to change our condition. They just either feed off of us, you understand? And or they just leave us there to die and rot. When you go into black communities, you see the same thing. That's why that movie that came out, They Cloned Tyrone, was such a heavy movie, because listen, they put it out there that Jamie Foxx got cloned or and made it real superficial. But the point of that movie was that when you go to any community, any neighborhood, ghetto, project, any community where there's Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you're gonna see the same thing. It's gonna be that's why they're calling it a cloning, because it's identical to the situations that you see in every black community. You're gonna see prostitution, drug dealing, chicken shacks, black churches, right? All the things that contribute to the detriment of our people, man. They keep us distracted. You understand? There's a Tyrone in every hood. You know what I'm saying? There's a bear, Salakia. There's a deer, Salakia. There's a bear paw on every reservation. You understand? You know what I mean? There's a Juan Escobar in every barrio. You understand? It's you can find your identical situation or a person in your situation in every community. Why? Because we're all going through the same thing, because we're all in the same condition. We're all dry bones. You understand? We've been in this condition for a long period of time, and we're dead. It says their dead bodies shall lie in the street. And why are we dead? Give me Baruch 4:1 real fast. Salakia. Like I said, if you have any questions on Clubhouse or you got something you want to say, you know what I mean? You can go ahead and raise your hand. I'm in and out, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the app on Clubhouse. I got my notes app up, man. So I'm checking in every like 5 or 10 minutes. All right. But you got that act? Go ahead.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1.
Right. So why are these bodies dead, and why are they lying in the streets for everybody to see, but nobody's even offering to render any aid to remove the body, but just to stand there and watch and look and observe? Keep reading, Knock.
This is the book of the commandments of God.
Right.
And the law.
Right. It's the book of the commandments of God. Go ahead.
And the law.
Right.
One thing that keep it shall come to life.
They shall what?
Shall come to life.
Right. If you keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, right, you're gonna come to life. You're gonna have life. And see, people think that living is having oxygen in your lungs. People think living is just breathing and eating and sleeping and waking up again. But that's true from a physical standpoint. But spiritually, to be alive in the eyes of the Most High means you're keeping his commandments, you're keeping his laws, man. And we as a people, when we forsook our culture, when we forsook our power, our God, we became as dead men. You understand? And dead men have no power. They have no strength. All you do is you walk over the dead and you look at them. You know what I'm saying? There's no life in them. And if you a Black, Hispanic, or so-called Native Indian, if you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, if you don't have no brotherhood, you don't have no life. The scriptures say that we know that we have passed from death to life if we love our brothers, man. You understand? And the main reason why we're in this condition is because of our leaders. But the next reason is because of a lack of brotherhood amongst ourselves, man. You understand? Yeah, yes, our leaders are to blame for our condition, but guess what? The Most High with Christ is picking new leadership. He's choosing new leaders, man. That's why Christ told the disciples, I'm going to make you fishers of men. Christ is in search of new leadership because the leadership that we've had has destroyed our people, man, has put us in a condition to where we're dead and we're exposed, and everybody has fed off of us, but nobody has tried to revitalize us. to restore our communities, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you probably got grandmothers and aunties that was living in subsidized housing all the way back from the 60s, man. You know what I'm saying? If they hadn't tore down the projects in Chicago and New York and in California, you understand, in Compton and Watts, if they hadn't tore them project houses down, they'd still be there. And the only reason why our oppressor did it was for justification, you know what I mean? To basically revitalize his economy, but basically leave us out in the cold, man. You know what I mean? How many of our families have been on government assistance for over 30, 40, and 50 years, man? It's to the point that the hustle gets passed down to our kids. Our kids know about selling food stamps and cashing out on food stamps and trying to hustle off of WIC and SNAP cards. You understand? I mean, it ain't as embarrassing no more where you had to actually put out the food stamps. Now you got a card to swipe. But even certain things you can't buy with the card. You know what I'm saying? But we've been in this condition for decades. And nobody has tried to make us whole. Nobody has tried to you know what I'm saying, get us in the right position. You dig what I'm saying? Because nobody cares, man. And the only power that cares, we ignore. You know what I'm saying? The power that tells us to not eat pork, to not eat crab, shrimp, and lobster, to not sleep with your brother's wife. You know what I'm saying? To not hate your brother and rob your brother, man. But if your brother's in distress, help your brother, man. He gave us these commands. He gave us these laws, this culture, but we ignore him. That's why we're dead. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the power that gives life, man. You dig what I'm saying? Any more on that, Art?
But such as leave it shall die.
But such as leave it shall die, man. We left our culture. We chose to mingle amongst the other nations, the heathens, man. And now we're dead. And we try to make ourselves feel like that. This is why you got, you know what I'm saying, Drake and niggas talking about you out here living your best life. See, you living your best life is going to lead to you dying faster. You understand? Give me real quick, give me Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15. You know what I'm saying? We talk about living our best life, or I'm just living life. Because you're trying to fill that void because you don't even know who you are. You understand? Listen, these other nations, they can live how they want to live, man. But if you a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you got a requirement on your life. You can't live how you want to live. You can't do what you want to do, man. There's a penalty for that. Because the Most High God power, you know what I'm saying? Yahweh, man, made a covenant with your father Abraham, man. You understand? He made a covenant, man, and he made a covenant, and he reinstated that covenant with Moses. And then he renewed that covenant with Christ, man. And right now we have an opportunity, man, under Christ. We have a period of time to get ourselves right because Christ gave up his life. He showed the ultimate brotherhood, man, laid down his life for the nation of Israel, man, for so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, of Negro and Indian descent. You understand? The 12 tribes. He gave us an opportunity to reconnect with our power, to get out of this condition. But the first thing is, man, we have to understand what our condition is. We're dry bones. We're dry bones, man. And the first thing that you do when you have, and the first thing the Most High did with these dry bones, man, you know what I'm saying, is he said to prophesy to them. That's what the ISUPK is under Command General Yohana, man. That's why Command General Yohana is raising up priests and prophets, man, to do what the Most High said, man, to prophesy to these dry bones, man. Because let me not get ahead of myself. What I got you holding? Yeah, go ahead. Finish that up. 30 and 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil. Life and what? So life and good, man. Now see, this is heavy because the Lord is talking to people that are alive. These people are already alive, but he's saying, I'm setting before you life and good. And what else? And death and evil. Death and evil. So people, a lot of times, man, people's worst fear is dying. You understand? And that's fine, but you trying to live your best life is going to get you to die faster, man. You understand? What the oppressor puts out in front of you to follow, the Bible says that the fear of the Lord is a fountain of life that causes you to depart from the snares of death. A snare is a trap. You understand? It's a trick bag.
And that's all the oppressor lays out for our people is snares and traps, man, trick bags for us to fall into. That's why we even said ourselves, we out there trapping, but we in the trap. You understand? We caught up in the trap, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Trying to come up off of our brother instead of doing what the Most High said and loving our brother, man, and moving in the spirit of Christ, man, which is brotherhood, man. And brotherhood would tell you, I'm not going to sell drugs to you, brother, or to your mother, or to your cousin, or to your auntie, because me selling drugs to your brother, to your mother, to your aunties, me selling drugs to my brother, my mother, and my auntie, man. If I'm destroying your family, I'm destroying my own family. Why? Because we all family, man. And that's what these bones represent. That's the thing that we missing, man, is that the dry bones really represent a destroyed nation, a dead family. Okay? Because that's what that means biblically. Give me Salaki, give me 1 Samuel. Salakia. No, Salakia, give me Genesis 29, 13 and 14 first. See, black people, niggas wrote the Bible, Salakia. Niggas wrote the Bible, okay? And if any of y'all are fans of battle rap, y'all know how we communicate, man. We use one thing to describe something else. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why our oppressor, the so-called white man, who's the devil that the Bible speaks of, that's why he can't comprehend the scriptures. That's why when he read the Bible, he think Adam and Eve was the first people created, because white people can't never understand what we're talking about. If I say to you, hey man, watch out for that cat, he a rat. You know what I'm saying? He'll do anything for the cheese, right? If it was some white folks now because of 6ix9ine, white folks have been clued in and keyed in and read in to our slang. But 15, 20 years ago, they'd have been asking about, what is this a bedtime story? You said, watch out for that cat, he's a rat. Well, is some genetic splicing going on? And he like cheese, he ain't lactose intolerant, right? Because our oppressor is literal. You know what I'm saying? But blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're metaphorical. You know what I'm saying? We use figurative language to describe the events going on in our lives, man. That's why right now, the brother at the Montgomery Brawl who jumped off the ferry, what are we calling him? We calling him Aquaman. When all the brother did was jump in the river to go aid a brother that was in distress, a brother that was being assaulted by our oppressor, this brother jumped in the river and we called him the first black Aquaman. We renamed him. You know what I'm saying? Aquaman is not a real character. He's a fictional character. But Aquaman lives. He's alive. A 16-year-old boy from Montgomery, Alabama, who had the spirit of Christ. You understand? You know what I'm saying? He had the same spirit that Moses had. Moses' name means to be drawn out of the water. And when Moses saw that Egyptian beating on his brother, who was a Hebrew, he went and killed that Egyptian. That's the same. For what? Out of the love that he had for his brother, man. You understand? So this brother had the same spirit of Moses. Moses was the first Aquaman. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that young brother, I don't know. He moving in the same spirit. That's all I'm gonna say. He moving in the same spirit, man. But you got that Genesis 29, 13 and 14.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 29 and verse 13. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob.
Laban was let me see. Laban was the brother of Rebekah. Isaac was the son of Abraham. Isaac was the promised seed. When the Most High told Abraham that my covenant is with you, because initially Abraham asked for Ishmael to get the covenant, but the Lord said, I'm gonna bless Ishmael, because there's a difference between a blessing and the covenant. So Ishmael got a blessing, but the covenant was the promise of rulership. It was the promise for the Most High to be our God, to be our power. You know what I'm saying? And he said, my covenant is not just with you, but with your seed after you. And Isaac was the promised seed. He was the chosen seed. Okay, so Isaac had sons, right? He had twins with Rebekah, Esau and Jacob. But the Lord said that the elder would serve the younger. So the Lord chose Jacob over Esau before they were even born. And he gave that prophecy to Rebekah. You understand? So Jacob gets the promise and gets the covenant, and when him and Esau get into it over the blessing going to Jacob, Jacob leaves to another land because his mother's like, yo, get up out of here. May that, she had Jacob get dressed up like Esau and trick Isaac, you know what I'm saying? And Isaac gave Jacob the blessing thinking it was Esau. So then Jacob leaves and let me get this straight. You know what I mean? For you other Israelite groups or you Christians who feel like Jacob was a deceiver. Jacob didn't deceive anybody. Isaac was already blind. The fact that Isaac wanted to choose Esau knows that he was out the spirit because the prophecy had already came to his rib. Who was going to be chosen? The Lord had already said that Jacob was going to be chosen. So it was already given to Jacob anyway. The mother just ensured that it went down that way, how the Lord had said he wanted it. So we can't call Jacob a deceiver. Was he a hustler? Yeah, he was a hustler. You know what I mean? But, you can't call him a deceiver, man, because the Lord had already stated what it was. All right? So when Jacob heads out to go find him a rib or find him a wife, he goes on his mother's orders to her family, because in our culture, marrying your cousin, right, your second cousin, your third cousin, I want to venture to say even your first, was not unlawful. Now, we ain't on that Kevin Gates nonsense, you know what I'm saying, out here bragging about it, because we don't have to do that anymore. It's plenty of us from all different tribes, Puerto Ricans, El Salvadorians, Belizeans, Hondurans, Panamanians, Negroes, Haitians, West Indians. We could choose anybody that we want. So we got to go marry somebody that's in our, in our immediate so-called family, cousin-wise. But it wasn't unlawful. So she told Jacob to go to my uncle and find you a rib, because with Adam and Eve, it was sealed off as a custom for us to choose a wife or a husband from our own tribe, our own family. You understand? And we had slang for how we describe family. And that's what's being discussed in this scripture right here. Read it again, Salakia.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 29 and verse 13. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son.
So this is his nephew, okay? This is Rebekah's brother seeing Jacob. Go ahead, Salakia.
That he ran to meet him.
He ran to meet him, okay. And embraced him. And kissed him. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Surely thou art my bone and my flesh.
You're my what?
Surely thou art my bone and my flesh.
Surely you are my bone and my flesh. For Israelites in this particular time, the slang for us being family was you're my bone. You're my bone. Why? Because bones reside in a body. Bones are connected. You can't for bones to function. Bones have to be. It's like, I mean, we even learned that song. What is it? My wrist bones connect to my arm bone. My knee bones connect to my leg bone. Right? Because within the body, you can't function without all the bones working together. You understand? We're connected. So for all you Negroes out there, you Negro onlys and all that, who want to say that who want to say Hispanics, Native Indians aren't our family, listen, man, you're not in the spirit of Christ, man. They're our bone and our flesh. You understand? And this is what Christ had Ezekiel looking at in this valley. All of our bones scattered in this valley, and what? Not connected. But only through Ezekiel prophesying to these bones could they begin to come together again, man. Let's get back to that. Where was we at with that? Give me start at verse 5, Ezekiel 37 and 5, man. It all starts with prophecy, man. A lot of y'all are looking for signs, man. You know what I'm saying? Really, that's why Christ said the evil generation seeks after a sign, because a sign ain't gonna stop you from putting that blunt down. A sign ain't gonna stop you from going to the strip club. A sign ain't gonna stop you from beating your meat to OnlyFans models. A sign ain't gonna stop you from selling fentanyl, laced weed or crack to your people. You know what I'm saying? From you making whores out of our women. You understand? A sign ain't finna stop you, sis, from knocking down every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Or Salakia, Jermaine, Daquan, and Charles. That ain't gonna stop you. What do you think Hawaii was? Them islands burned up in Hawaii. That's a sign. That's in the scriptures. Christ said you're going to see famine, destruction, wars, and rumors of wars, man. It said before the great and terrible day of the Lord, you're going to see great smoke and fire, man. Signs in the earth and in the heavens, man. That's not changing your behavior. You still posting your front butt, your cleavage on Instagram and Facebook. You still making stories and reels with you up in the gym showing your butt in them what's that, them aerobics pants and all that, man. Doing squats in front of the camera. That's a sign ain't finna change your behavior. The Lord showing signs all day. COVID-19 was a sign. The Lord shut the whole world down, man, with a virus, with coronavirus. That drove you sisters into OnlyFans. Oh, I can't go out there and work, you know what I'm saying, my reception job. I'm going to go ahead and get an OnlyFans, make $10,000 a month. You ain't going to change from a sign. And Christ said the only sign that you're going to receive is the sign of Jonas, man, the sign of Jonah, which is what? To preach. We're the sign. ISUPK, under Commander General Yohana, you know what I'm saying, out here prophesying the word of the Most High. We're the sign. We're the mercy of the Most High, man. Warning you and letting you know, man, that you better repent because destruction is coming. You understand? We're that sign, man. Prophesying to these dry bones. To what? For us to gather ourselves together. For family to reconnect and come together again, man. And to love each other and show brotherhood. For you sisters to stop hating your black brother, your Hispanic brother, your Native Indian brother. For you brothers to stop hating your black sister, your Hispanic sister, your Native Indian sister, man. Sister, take that man off of child support, man. Brother, stop trying to throw your sister away after you smash her. You got her bent over with her, you know what I'm saying, with her butt up in the air, knocking it down. You know what I'm saying? Stop throwing her away. You chose to knock her down. That's your rib. That's your wife. Sex is marriage. Thus saith the Bible. Thus saith the Lord, man. I know she talked too much. You know what I'm saying? I know she get on your last nerve, man. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is, man, is that we can't make this thing. We can't do this. We can't build this kingdom without each other. Brotherhood is how we build this kingdom, man. Loving each other is how we build this kingdom, man. You understand? Go ahead and give me that in Ezekiel 37:5. Let's get back to that. Salakia.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 5. Thus said the Lord God to these bones. Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
That's what happened with Adam. People want to feel like that the Lord was doing Play-Doh or like some type of ceramics and forming clay out the ground with his hands and then blew into a clay model of a man and he lived. No, man. The angels created all of man on the 6th day. You understand? The same way that the Most High had Christ and the angels make all of the fowl of the air, all the fish of the sea, you understand, all the mammals on the ground. He did it in abundance. He ain't just make one bird. He made the blue jay, the red robin, the eagle, the vulture, the pelican, the albatross. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just make the goldfish. He made the shark, the whale. You understand? The stingray. He made a whole bunch of fish. The same thing with humans, man. The Lord made it was an explosion of life. You understand? But what he did do is he took one man out of many men. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? He took one man out of many men and he gave him the truth. You understand? Adam and Eve were the first people in the truth in that time period. He breathed the breath of life into him, man. He gave him the commandments and made Adam come to life. Why? Because a lot of y'all think that being alive is breathing and walking around. But when Peter came to Christ and said, yo, I'm going to follow you, Christ, but I got to go bury my father, what did Christ say? What was Christ's words, man? Anybody in the chat? Anybody on Clubhouse? What did Christ tell Peter when Peter said, I'll follow you, but I got to first go bury my father? What did he say? Anybody. You can raise your hand, come on stage. You can put it in the chat. Anybody. If you don't got it, I don't mind helping y'all out. That's right, sis. That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said, sis. He said, let the dead bury the dead. This is Christ talking about people who are alive. He said, let the dead bury the dead. Why? Because you could be physically alive, but be spiritually dead. If you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian and you're not in the truth, you're not operating in your culture, you're not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, you don't have love for your brother or your sister, you dead. You a dead man walking. You a dead woman walking. And that's the condition of our people right now, man. You understand? Read verse 5 again, Salakia.
Thus saith the Lord God to these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
Right. That's what Tony Braxton said, right? Breathe again. Breathe again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Fabulous said it. Y'all niggas can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? Breathe. Y'all niggas can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? You smoking them blunts. You can't breathe. You know what I mean? We in Cali, we call it hot boxing. You know what I mean? You in the car, you know what I mean, 4 or 5 deep and just windows rolled up, chiefing, burning. You can't breathe. You can't breathe because of white supremacy. You can't breathe because of the oppression of our enemies. You can't breathe because of the Christian church. You paying tithes, watching the pastor teach lies, you know what I'm saying? And you're not getting no answers. No problems are being solved. You giving all this money to the Christian church and you still trying to make ends meet. Your light bill, your lights getting shut off. Your water getting shut off. You getting fired from your job, man. You can't breathe. Gas is up. You know what I'm saying? Well, at least in Texas, it's like $3.50 right now per gallon in Texas. Milk then went up. The eggs then went up. You making life decisions like Cat Williams said. You making life decisions at the pump. Do I put gas in my car or do I get some food for the kids? Nigga, you can't breathe. Sis, you can't breathe. But if you come back to your culture, if you come back to your power, man, to the Most High, man, he'll give you the breath of life. He'll show you how to live even though you was dead, man. And that's a miracle in itself. Salakia, keep reading, Knock.
And I will lay sinews upon you. I will bring up flesh upon you.
Sinews. Let's see what a sinew is real quick. What's sinews, man? You know what I'm saying? You know niggas love chicken. All right, niggas love chicken. I got priest and officer of Bon Zion up in here, you know what I'm saying? Stone Weapon, man. That brother can fry some chicken, man. He's a true priest and prophet of the Most High, man. You understand? That brother will get the fine meal of flour, you know what I'm saying? In the meat offering, and he'll prepare something for the Lord, man. You know what I mean? Real talk, man. But we're going to find out what that sinew is, man. All right? Sinew. This is what a sinew is, man. It's a piece of tough, fibrous tissue uniting muscle to bone or bone to bone. A tendon or a ligament. It's the parts of a structure, system, or thing that give it strength to bind it together, man. Now read that again, Ak.
And I will lay sinews upon you.
Yeah, I will lay sinews upon you. What the Lord is saying is I'm going to give you strength to connect with your family, man. You understand? I'm gonna bring y'all together because prior to the knowledge of the truth, prior to Abba Bivens and the 7 heads, man, bringing the knowledge of who the 12 tribes were, you understand? We had no reason to connect with Venezuela. We had no reason to connect with Panama, El Salvador, Chile, Guatemala, Panama, Puerto Rico. You understand? Because we have been destroyed and left in a valley, man, to die. Disconnected from our family, man. With no brotherhood, man. Even though we're going through the same things and oppressed by the same people, man. You understand? But the Lord said, I will lay sinew upon you. What is the sinew? It's the knowledge of the truth. It's the knowledge that we're not Mexican. We're not West Indians. We're not Haitians, man. We're the tribe of Issachar, man. We're the tribe of Benjamin, man. We're the tribe of Levi, man. We're the 12 tribes that were scattered abroad, man. Because why? We went from life and turned to death, man. We left our culture and the commandments, man, and now we die. Now we sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? Now we sell drugs to our people, man. You understand? Now we have our women become prostitutes. We're whoremongers. We're pimps. We deal in the business of selling our women for profit. When the law says that there should be no prostitutes of the daughters of Israel and no sodomites of the sons of Israel, man. But now you got Magic Johnson and Dwayne Wade at a basketball game, both looking like some goddamn effeminates, talking about whose son is the more flaming fairy. You understand? We are destroyed as a people, man. But what the Lord has done, you know what I'm saying, through the ISUPK, through the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man, he's brought back the sinew. He's brought back the strength for us to connect and get our strength back, man. Because, see, the Lord is a man of war. That's what Exodus, was that 15:3? That's what the scriptures say, man. He's a man of war. That's the spirit that he's put back on our people, man, for us to reconnect. All right? Keep reading, Knock.
Will bring flesh upon you.
And will bring flesh upon you.
And cover you with skin.
And
breath in you.
He said, I'm gonna make you a people again. I'm gonna make you alive again. Keep reading.
And you shall live. And you shall know that I am the Lord.
Right, verse 7.
So I prophesied as I was commanded.
Right, he did what the Lord told him to do. Y'all want to ask us while we out there on them corners, do we have jobs? Listen, man, being a prophet of the Most High God is the best job that a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man can have in this life, in this world, man. That's the most important job in the world, is to be a prophet of the Most High. Do we have jobs? Listen, man, when Christ's parents came to him and asked him, yo, where were you? Me and your father was looking for you. Where was you at? He said, did you not know that I be about my father's business? I don't give a goddamn about Walmart, about HEB or Kroger's or whatever grocery store that you got. You know what I'm saying? About goddamn what's the phone? About Apple. You understand? Apple iPhone or whatever company you feel like that you can work for that makes you feel like in this society that you have a legitimate career. You understand? The business of saving Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that's the highest. Listen, they always talk about a high value man. What makes a high value man? A prophet of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? An Israelite from the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Serving the Most High God. That's what makes you high value to the Most High in Christ and the angels, man. You know what I'm saying? The angel came to Daniel and said, most beloved of the Most High. Beloved of the Most High. He was high value in the eyes of the Most High, man. Why? Because he did what he was commanded. Like Abraham, he did what he was commanded and commanded his house after him. You want to be high value? Serve the Most High. If you're a Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, if you a heathen, to hell with you. To hell with you. Enjoy your heaven while you got it. You understand? Because you see our condition, man. And you walk by us every day and mock us and laugh at us, man. And it's all good. Hey, real quick, Bonzayon, give me Matthew 24:28. Read that. You know what I'm saying? Because see, everybody right now, we in a TikTok, Instagram, YouTube real society, man. And if you could get it on camera in a 10-second, 15-second blip, you could become a star overnight. You know what I mean? But see, they've been making reels and TikToks of us for over 400 to 500 years, man. Oh, it's true. When you go to your neighborhood and you see those lawn jockeys with the black faces and the big red lips, that's TikTok in the 1800s and the 1900s, man. You know what I'm saying? The little clay figurines with the black kids with the black children with their hair, you know what I mean, looking like Pekingese eating a watermelon. That's the TikTok and Instagram back then that they were putting in their houses as memorabilia, mocking our oppression, mocking the fact that they ruled over us, man. You understand? Give me that real quick, Art.
Chapter 24, verse 28.
Right.
For wheresoever the carcass
For wheresoever the carcass is, what's a carcass? A carcass is a rotting dead body. That's what a carcass is. Christ is saying for wheresoever the carcass is, go ahead. There will the eagles be gathered together. Now, the scriptures is calling the eagles, but what is it really talking about? Birds of prey, vultures, man. You understand? We live in Texas. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all forever y'all stay out on Clubhouse, on Facebook. When there's a dead deer or a dead dog, you know what I'm saying, on the side of the highway, you see vultures surrounding it. Why? Because they're feeding off the dead. The scriptures say that the stranger amongst you will rise up high and you will become low. So they feed off of us. They feed off of our death. They exploit us because of our condition, man. You understand? So the Chinese man can come in our neighborhoods and set up the hair shop and sell us our own products and make millions off of us annually. And none of that comes back into the community. You know what we do? Go right in there every single day. The Chinese man can lock the door because he accuses you of stealing and bust you over the head with a broomstick and bust your lip, and you'll be mad for about 3 days. But because you got to get that what, man? That lace front, them bundles. You need that. You need that hair grease, that moisturizer. You need that hair dye. You need that red wig, that blue wig, because you want to look like Ice Spice or Lotto. You right back up in there. He disrespected you, sis, dishonored you, spit in your face, but you going right back to that shop. Why? Because, you know, you got to cover up that scab, that bald head. You understand? Where the carcass is, there are the eagles gathered, the vultures gathered, man. Who are the vultures, man? The beasts of the field, man. Our enemies, the heathens, man. That's why the East Indian can come into our neighborhoods and set up the Motel 6s, man, and set up all the hotels where we do what? Where we trap out of. And he let us do it. He let us be there for 3 or 4 weeks. And then you know what he do? He let the white man know, yeah, they're over here trapping. He getting paid on both ends, the front end and the back end. You understand? He let you trap up out of his hotel. Why? Because you don't think he knows that you selling coke out the hotel room? You done left from one state, came down to the small town, the small city, and you trying to trap. You think he don't know what you're doing? He don't care, man, because why? You a carcass. Because where the carcass is, there will the vultures be gathered, man. You understand? That's why the goddamn Arabian, the Arabs, he comes to our community with their little bodegas and their little corner store shops, man. And what? Sell us the blunt wraps, the cigarettes, the Newports, the lottery tickets that you got scratch offs. You never gonna win. You spend really about $10,000 annually, and you might win about $3,000, and you think you're doing something, man. All you're doing is making him rich. He's selling you the K2 in the back. And then if you steal a candy bar, you might go there buying them goddamn what's it called? The Fuegos, the Fangos, the Fagos, right? The Tahitian treats. And you mixing that with your motherfucker, Salakia. You mixing that with your lean, and you there every day. Hey, what up, brother? What up, brother? You buying your rap snacks there. I ain't gonna lie, them little babies, man. What's that? Them little baby ones. It's like the salt, vinegar, barbecue. I ain't gonna lie, them rap snacks is good, man. But you buying rap snacks faithfully. But let your little brother or nephew steal a Snicker bar at that store. He gonna shoot him in the back, man. Call the police the day of, man. The stranger amongst you is gonna rise high and you become low. They're not giving all that money that they making off of our people. They're not giving anything back to our community, man. We dry bones. But what the Lord is saying in Ezekiel is, man, is that I'm gonna give you sinew with the knowledge of the truth. I'm gonna give y'all the ability to connect with yourselves. What does that mean, man? That's like Black Wall Street, Rosewood, man. The only difference is that Rosewood and Black Wall Street didn't have what? The knowledge of the truth. And because when you don't have the knowledge of the truth, you don't have the Lord's protection. That's why our oppressor could come in there and destroy our people. Why? because they felt like they could get up out of slavery, build a community, have the black dollar circulate, build airports, hospitals, clinics, lawyers' offices. But what didn't we have? We didn't have an army. We didn't have men who priests of the Lord that serve the Most High, that have the protection of the Most High, man. So we became what? We became ripe and open for destruction. You understand? Ain't nobody coming up in the ISUPK in one of our schools doing it. Listen, man, ain't no Dylan Storm Roof gonna walk into our synagogues, into our schools, into our sanctuaries and do a damn thing. We not praying for the heathen to change their heart and change their ways, man. What we doing is protecting blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, men, women, and children, man. And you can't come through our doors. Even if you are black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you getting searched. You want to come learn the knowledge of the truth? The truth is we're looking for enemies within and without. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. You understand? We are shamar. We are shepherds that watch over the sheep, man. We feed the sheep and watch over the sheep. Not like your Christian pastor, man, who fleeces the sheep. He takes the wool from the sheep and warms himself and leaves you naked and exposed, man. As meat for the beasts of the fields till you become what? Dry bones. But we come in the name of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? In the spirit of Christ, under the Most High, man, to what? To reconnect them dry bones. Keep reading, Knox. Salakia.
And ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. 7. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise. And behold, the shaking. And the bones came together, bone to his bone. Now,
see, read that again, because I want brothers to understand what happened in Montgomery, Alabama. That's what you see happening right here, man. And really, it's been happening since 1969, man. Where brothers coming into this truth, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Under Commander General Yohana, man, and learning the knowledge of the truth and Passover and all the feast days and all the cookouts, man. But Montgomery, Alabama, yeah, man, that's what you saw. Read again, Ak.
Behold, the bones came together, bone to his bone.
Keep reading.
The sinews and the flesh came upon them. The skin covered them above. But there was no breath in it.
Right. So they started coming together, and that's why I said this is Montgomery, Alabama. And you know, let me go ahead and play this video real quick, man. I'm gonna play this video real fast, okay? Because this brother is expressing what Ezekiel is saying right here. You understand? Now, if you on Clubhouse, you may not be able to hear this because I got y'all hooked through the speaker, but this is playing on the laptop, you know, and you may be able to hear some of this. But this is a clip from a brother, I believe he's in Montgomery, Alabama. He got a mouth full of gold, you know what I'm saying? Young brother. And he talking about what happened in Montgomery, Alabama, man. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let me go ahead and put this. Let me put the link on here for y'all brothers, man. Real fast. Let me get this real quick, y'all. Y'all be patient with me real fast. I got to help these brothers on Clubhouse. I don't want them to be, you know what I'm saying, left out. Salakia. I know my captain, Captain Yatazak, he had on his page. Let me go ahead and copy the link.
But ever since that Montgomery fight, bro, like, I just feel some type of way. You feel me? It's like, bro, it's been waiting on shit like that to happen. You feel me? I feel like that shit activated something in me, man. I feel like if all of us get together right now, bro, we can dominate for sure. I'm talking about that's what it feel like right now. That's the feeling that's giving right now. A feeling that we've been supposed to have. See how that shit got y'all feeling though, bro? I swear to God, bro. I know that shit got the whole world feeling good, bro. The whole black community feeling good as hell, bro. I don't know what it is, but ever since that Montgomery fight, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it again, man, because ain't no usually, you know, it's a pause button where you can pause that mug. But let me go ahead and put the link to at the top of the Clubhouse chat, man. Well, what the brother is expressing, man, is is exactly what Ezekiel is talking about. When he talks about that noise and the shaking of the bones coming together, when that brother on that riverfront threw that hat up, and blacks came to his aid, brothers came to his aid, you know what I mean, while he was being assaulted by the oppressor, man, that was bone coming to bone, bone connecting to bone, man. That was the sinew, man. That was the strength to see your brother in you know what I'm saying, in danger. And we're not gonna do like, what was the brother's name that got choked out on the subway? Jordan Neely. Was it Jordan Neely, man? When that Marine choked him out in the subway and everybody just watched. This wasn't finna be like with Eric Gardner selling them Lucy's and cigarettes out in the corner, man, and getting choked out by the police and nobody does nothing. Or George Floyd, when that devil had his knee on his neck, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's doing anything, man. You understand? Like that wasn't finna happen no more, man. Because what you're seeing is brothers connecting. Okay, I put the link up out there in Clubhouse. Salakia. Oh, it's just giving the Facebook link, Salakia. But the brother put in the chat. If you want to watch that video in the chat, man, just copy and paste that link. I'm gonna go ahead and play it on the laptop. Really sounded better on my phone, but I'm gonna go ahead and play it on this laptop real quick. You know what I mean? So they can see what's going down.
Montgomery fight, bro. Like, I just feel some type of way. You feel me? It's like, bro, a lot of us been waiting on shit like that to happen. You feel me? I feel like that shit activated something in me, man. And it feel like if all of us get together right now, bro, we can dominate. For sure, for sure. I'm talking about that's what it feel like right now. That's the feeling it's giving right now. A feeling that we been supposed to have. You see how that shit got y'all feeling though, bro? I swear to God, bro. I know that shit got the whole world feeling good, bro. The whole black community feeling good as hell,
listen,
bro.
That's spiritual. Hold on. I gotta
on my soul, bro.
Hold on. Let me pause that. Y'all heard what he said? He said it got the whole world feeling good. He said the whole black community. That brother got the John 3:16 breakdown and don't even know it, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, man. The spirit of the Most High, the Lord, the vibe of the Most High is coming back into the earth amongst our people. He said the whole world, the whole black community. Why? Because the world that Christ died for is the world of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. This brother is in the spirit. He's in the spirit. He hears the noise rattling. He hears the bones connecting, man. You understand? Let me go ahead and keep playing this.
The taste, that's just a little taste.
He said a little taste. When he said a little taste, he's talking about the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? He took the kingdom of heaven, man. You dig what I'm saying? The kingdom of heaven, man. Let's go ahead.
We had it. Man, think about it. We grabbed it all, bro. Think about it. We grabbed. You feel me? You heard me?
He looking at grab and talking about, think about it. We grabbed it all. You feel me? You feel me? That's the spirit of Christ, man. When the disciples asked Christ in Acts 1:6, they said, yo, when shall the kingdom be restored unto Israel? That's what this brother's saying. Think about if we grabbed it all. It said the saints, and Daniel says the saints will take the kingdom, man. Think about if we grabbed it all. This brother's in the spirit. He need a flyer. And I already know Officer Taziyad. Listen, shout out to Captain Tazariak, Officer Yarmaya, 5,000, you know what I'm saying, of Atlanta. Officer Taziyad out there, 5,000 in Alabama, who went to the riverfront in Montgomery, Alabama, and held camp last Saturday, man, and brought the spirit of Christ, man, in the ISUPK and Commander General Yohana, man, and brought the truth to our people out there in Montgomery, Alabama, man. Give them a hand, man. Shout out to them, man. You understand? Because listen, man, Commander Yohana is not raising no cowards, man. We strike while the iron is hot. We go where the heat is at, where the fire is at, man. We not putting our lamp under a bushel. We putting it on the mantle for everybody to see, man. You understand? You go and continue with this video, Salakia.
That shit'll feel so good. That's if we do get together. Maybe, bro, we can feel good for the rest of our lives, G.
You know, listen, man. He said if we do get together, we can feel good for the rest of our lives. You know what he's talking about, man? Everlasting life, man. This brother don't even understand what he do understand. You know what I'm saying? He got the knowledge of the spirit without even knowing it, man. He said that feeling that we got on that riverfront, man, we can have that for the rest of our lives. Hey, give me you Abon Zion, Salakia priest, give me Psalms 133, verse 1. This brother is in the spirit, man. And let me tell y'all something, man. It's going to be a lot of jakes that the Lord is pouring his spirit on, man, that are not in the truth, but are in the truth, man. Because the Lord is rallying our people together, man. That spirit of Zephaniah 2:1, that is being poured out on our people right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this brother has heard the ISUPK or not, but you see how he looked. You know what I'm saying? This is who Christ died for, man. This is the spirit of brotherhood. This is why Christ died, man, to save our people. Not to save everybody, but to save the world. The Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, man. All right? You go ahead and play the rest of this.
We can feel good for the rest of our lives, G. Motherfuckers done got up, G. Motherfucker done stood up and did some shit that we all supposed to be doing every fucking day. I'm talking about fighting back. You hear me? We was always taught if a motherfucker hit you, hit him back. Bro, a motherfucker been hitting us for a long time.
Over 400 years.
Bullshit you or not, bro. That lick back felt good as hell. That's what mama said, dude. You remember?
Listen, man, he said that lick back felt good as hell. That's how Christ feel. That's why, listen, man, that's why Yahweh Shai Mashiach, his eyes is red, man. It said, here is the patience of the saints, man. They that led us into captivity will be led into captivity. He that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. It's going to feel good. I forget what precept that is in Psalms where it says the righteous are going to rejoice and dance in the blood of the wicked, man. We're going to, listen, it's going to feel good, man, to see judgment get rendered by the Most High, to see vengeance come, man. Why? Because it's justice, man. It's justice, man. But the better feeling is that we all together. We're as one. We're going to play the rest of this and we're going to move on.
Mama said if motherfucker hit you, you hit their ass back. No cap, G. Shout out to everybody who was out there, motherfucker, who helped and everything, bro. Like, real shit, G. Y'all, we need to know exactly who y'all is, G. That's some real G shit. That's some real shit right there, bro.
Listen, man. Listen, bro, I tell y'all something, man. He said we need to know exactly who y'all are. This brother's a prophet. He a prophet and don't even know it, man. Because what he's saying is we need to memorialize, you know what I'm saying? We need to memorialize the people that did this act. And see, that is our culture. That is Israelite culture. Why do we know about King David, about Moses, about Jeremiah, about Samson? Because it was our people who took a stand against the oppressor, man, and saved our people, man. Why we know about Gideon? He's saying we need to know exactly who y'all are. That's our culture. You go ahead and play the rest of this, man. I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Salakia. This brother in the spirit, man.
I ain't gonna count with y'all, man. That shit made my soul feel good, bro. Like my soul feel, my soul feel different, right? Like my soul feel good, bro. I feel like I got superpowers around this motherfucker right now. Feel good as hell, bro. Real shit, bro. Now I'm in this motherfucking sins. I'm in my motherfucking fifi. I'm in my fifis right now. You heard me about our black people. You feel me? I love y'all.
He saying he in his feelings for y'all who, if I gotta translate, you know what I'm saying, for y'all squares or for you heathens. He in his fifis. He in his feelings right now. That's what he's saying. You know what I mean?
Nigga, you hear me? Man, I love y'all. Boy. Hey, man, hey. Shit. Hey, man, I love y'all, man.
Man, look, man, listen, man. Shout out to that brother, man. Shout out to that brother, man. You digging what I'm saying? And see, give me that that Psalms 133 and 1. Because what that brother is feeling is brotherhood, man. You understand? Y'all on Clubhouse, just watch that link, man. Watch that brother, man, what he say. Everything that brother said was in the spirit of Christ, man. He was prophesying, man. He saw the bones connecting, the sinew coming together, the flesh covering, the flesh being covered with skin, man. The breath coming into the body. He said, man, I love y'all. That's the spirit that Christ wants us in, man, for us to love one another, man. Because if we love the brethren, we have passed from death to life. Go ahead and read that Psalms 133, y'all.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 133, verse 1. A song of the trees of David. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together.
Listen, this is a dwell together in what?
In unity.
In unity. Yeah, don't cut that off. Good. Yeah. Most High in Christ. You know what I mean? Don't cut that off. Read that again. But check this out, man. This is a bedrock ISUPK scripture, man. Bedrock, man. It's the foundation, man. Read it again, Doc.
Song of the decree of David. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Listen, man, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity, man. The brethren, you know what I'm saying? According to the flesh, man, not according to the to what these, you know what I mean, these other Israelite groups and heathens be saying. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you know, the Israelite is the most disrespected ethnicity on planet Earth, man. Just like how Christ is the most disrespected man on planet Earth. They didn't made him you know, the most filthy and disgusting person on the planet, or an oppressor. You understand? Made him white, man. You know what I'm saying? When he's a black man from the tribe of Judah, man. But then they say that you know, you could be trans ethnic now. They didn't brought in transgender, but now you trans ethnic. Now if you a heathen and you believe on Christ, you can become a spiritual Israelite. Because while a Jew is not a Jew outwardly, but one inwardly. Man, listen, that's the doctrine of devils, man. That's the doctrine of devils, man. All Paul was trying to say is that just because you're an Israelite don't mean that you love your brother, man. Why? Because you could be of your father, the devil. You're not an Israelite because of who Abraham is. You're an Israelite because of who Abraham is and because you believe on Christ. Because Christ said that Abraham didn't reject anybody who told him the truth, but he followed the Most High's commands. Christ said, I come telling you the truth, and you want to kill me. Abraham didn't do that. When Abraham encountered them angels, he showed hospitality. He showed brotherhood. He said, hey, man, I adjure you, meaning an old English word. I beg you to come into my house and let me show you some hospitality. You know, I'm going to fry you some chicken. I'm going to barbecue you some beef ribs. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you something to drink. I'm going to wash your feet. And then when you done resting, you can go on your mission, man. Same thing Lot did when the angels came into the city of Sodom, man. He begged them to come to under his house, man, under his protection, and he showed them brotherhood, man. And the Lord told Abraham the truth. He said, look, man, am I going to hide the thing I'm about to do? You know what I'm saying? Seeing that Abraham's going to become a great nation. When the Lord told Abraham the truth, he said, hey, man, I'm making this covenant with you. Circumcise yourself. Every man that's under your authority, your sons, as a sign of this covenant. It said Abraham did it the same day, man. The ISUPK Killeen General Yohana, we come tell y'all the truth, and you call us Power Rangers. You say we hate our people. No, we hate unrighteousness, man. That's what we hate, man. We hate hypocrites. We hate sin, man. That's what we hate. And under Command General Yohana, we're taught to not be hypocrites, man. We're taught not to be cowards, man. And we're taught to cry aloud to our people and to show our people their sins, man. Not saying that we better than our people, because we not. We in the same condition. We just chose to what? To fight. And that's the spirit of the Most High. That's why he said the Lord is a man of war. That means that the Lord is willing to fight against all evil, wickedness, and unrighteousness, man. And if you want to serve the Most High, you can't be effeminate. The effeminate will not inherit the kingdom of God, man. You got to be willing to fight. Listen, man, you got to be willing to fight to love your brother, to show brotherhood, man. A nigga scuff your Air Forces in the club, your white Air Forces. What you want to do? You want to go to the whip, put on the black Air Forces, and come back and stomp a nigga out. You want to get in an all black Dickie suit and throw on the Pooh Shiesty, you understand, with the black Air Forces and put in work. But when the oppressor stomp out our people, where's the Shiesty then? Where's the black Dickie suit then? Where the black Air Forces then? Where the chopper with the switch then? But against your brother, you quick to do that. That's not what the Lord's raising up right now, man, in these last days, man. He's raising up brothers that got love for each other, man. And I love that brother on that Facebook post, man. I love that spirit that he's in, man. You understand? That now when we see each other, it's love, man. I see a soldier. I see my brother. I see a brother who I'm going to lay down my life for. Because Christ said, no greater love hath the man than he who will lay down his life for his friend. That's the problem, man. We ain't been looking at each other as friends, as family. But in Ezekiel, the Lord is saying, I'm putting bone to bone. Now let's keep reading. Salakia. Drop down to verse 9. I can read that. Read 9 to 11.
Oh,
yeah.
Verse 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus said the Lord God, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live.
You know what that is? That's when you hear us saying, open up the internet, open up the airwaves. You know what I'm saying? The cable access channels, the internet, the podcast. That's the four winds from the four corners of the earth, man. Through their satellites, man. The Israelite school, you know what I'm saying, of universal practical knowledge, prophesying to the four corners of the earth, man, reaching all of our people, man. We got schools in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? We got schools across the four corners of the earth, man. Reaching out to our people, man, through the internet, man. Letting them know the truth. Against what? The slain. What does slain mean? That means that you had a murderer. Who's the murderer? The oppressor. The so-called devil that the Bible speaks of, man. He was a murderer from the beginning, man. Why? Because he hated his brother, man. Our oppressor ain't got no repentance. Ain't no saving the heathen. Let me tell you something, man. You other Israelite groups out there, man. Y'all AI. Well, what's AI? Priest and Officer Tapazar. What's AI? Y'all alternative Israelites. I ain't gonna say you ain't Israelites. I ain't gonna call you a fake Israelite. You know what I'm saying? You alternative Israelites. You understand? You have turned aside. You alternative lifestyle. Because the kingdom is for Israel. The disciples didn't say, when are you going to restore the kingdom to the world, to everybody on planet Earth? He said, when are you going to restore the kingdom to Israel? It's not going to be left to other people. That's Daniel 2:44, man. Christ is choosing the government, 144,000 out of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And the city is going to have 12 gates, which are going to be labeled with the what? The 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And the foundations are going to be laid with the names of what? The 12 apostles, who are all what? Israelites. Man, listen, stop being traitors to your people, man, and connect with your bones. Stop being a dry bone, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop being a dry bone, man. Connect with your family, man. Keep reading, Knock.
So he commanded me, and the breath came into them. And they lived.
And they live, man. Listen, man. Abba Bivens, the seven heads, and now the ISUPK on the Commander General Yohana, man. Listen, man. That's the tradition that he's kept. He's prophesied, and guess what? You got niggas that was drug dealers, niggas that was gangbangers, niggas that was bank robbers, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that was making whores out of our women, man. We not dead no more, man. We now we're living. Listen, man. They prophesied, and now we live. And now it's our job, man, to go out into the harvest, because why? The harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few, man. If you are so-called black Hispanic and Native Indian man that's not a coward, man, listen, bro, you got an open invite to get an all black, come to class, and join this army, man. You want to be found doing when Christ comes. Commander General Yohana is not going to let you be idle. You got to come in here and lay your brick in, put in work. You understand? You got an open invitation. But many are called, but few are chosen, man. You can stay a dry bone, or you can connect with the body. Keep reading, Knock.
And stood upon their feet an exceeding great army.
Read that again, Knock. Read that again.
And stood up upon their feet an exceeding and great army.
Now, read that from the top, Ox. Salaki.
So I prophesied as he commanded me, And the truth came into them.
The law came into them. Their culture came into them. The truth came into them, man. The spirit of Christ came into them, man. Go ahead.
And they lived.
And they what?
And they lived.
They changed their lives. They were born again. They died to who they were and became a new creature. Keep reading, Knock.
And stood up upon their feet.
And
became an exceeding great army.
That's what that young brother was talking about, man. When he said, "What if we all got together and just took this thing?" That's biblical. That's spiritual. The saints will take the kingdom. We are going to do that. That young brother is a prophet. We're going to do that. Yeah, that's right. Goals in his mouth and all. That brother had goals in his mouth. Like his brother King Solomon. Like all of us. You understand? We're going to take this thing together. Not apart. Not as, these alternative Israelites want to say that it's different Israelite groups and it means that it's different administrations. That's not what that's talking about, man. The administrations are within one body. It's not different groups doing things separately and not on the same page, man. You understand? The Bible says that we should all speak the same thing, have the same mind and the same judgment. You can't say that we one body, we the body of Christ, and the brain is doing something, and then the liver and the bladder and the spleen is doing something else. You understand? No, man. It all starts from the head, and it work our way down, man. That make no sense. That's why you got people up in the crazy house. They brain saying one thing and they body doing something different. That means you got a demon on you. You double-minded and unstable in all your ways. If we one body and you got one Israelite group over here saying that Rachel was a Moabite, and then we over here saying Rachel was an Israelite, how are we together? How is that different administrations? Have you lost your goddamn mind? You double-minded and unstable. In the ISUPK, we are not double-minded. We are one body. We're together. Our bones are connected, man. You got one group of Israelites saying that the Hispanics and the Native Indians aren't Israelites. It's Negro only. And y'all want to claim the Africans. You got Nasty Nate going over to Africa, building schools in Africa, like Oprah Winfrey. The Africans sold our people to the goddamn oppressors. They got a judgment coming to them. How are we one body? Y'all hating on the purple people. No, we hate on the purple people leaders. You didn't let Africans into the congregation and they didn't ate our sister, murdered our sister, feasted on her flesh, man. Somebody, go ahead, keep moving on. Reverse 11. Listen, man, when we come together, man, you're going to see a great and exceeding army. And that's why they want to ask questions. Why y'all call yourselves captains and officers and generals? Because we an army. That's why. That's what the Lord raising up right here. You know what I'm saying? You want to call yourself a bishop or a deacon. We're not calling ourselves that, man. We are army. We got discipline. And we unified. And it's good and it's pleasant. We dwell in unity, man. In rank and order. Salaki, read that verse 11, all right.
Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the house of Israel.
What? Wait. What did he say? The bones is the what?
These bones are the house of Israel.
They the house of what?
They're the house of Israel.
Uh-oh, so these bones got a name. Damn. So where's the Christian in this? Where is listen, where is the Catholic in this? Where is the Muslim in this? Where is the Arab, the Chinese, the African, the white man, the white woman, or the white child? Them Christian pastors on Sunday be teaching about the valley of dry bones. Devil, they ain't talking about you. They talking about our people who are destroyed in the ghettos, barrios, and reservations, man. For those strung out on crack, who can't put the goddamn blunt down. And also for you sisters out there looking like dragons up in the club smoking hookah, blowing hookah through your nose, that's not cute. You tattooing your thighs up, your breast up. I'm so tired of seeing every woman with the tattoo on her front butt. in her cleavage. I don't want to see the eye of Ra or some Egyptian god in the center of your chest. You putting tigers and lions on the side of your thigh because you a beast. You a beast of the field. You over here identifying with your zodiac sign and tattooing it on yourself. How about you do this? How about you write the words of the Most High inside of your mind, man, and live by that? Listen, man, a lot of y'all are born looking like y'all mothers and fathers, but you're going to die looking like your decisions. And it's not a pretty picture. You're going to die looking like your decisions, man. And it ain't pretty. What'd you say, Priest? Sexy Red. Oh, my, I can't even repeat them lyrics, man. Can't even repeat them lyrics, man, from Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? Sis, if all you got is your body, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that you can't look good, you know what I mean, all that, and work out and all them kind of things, but if that's all you got to get attention from a man, then you ain't got much because it's going to fade. That's why the scriptures say, man, charm is deceitful and beauty is vain. But a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised, meaning she going to get recognition. It's what you're doing for your people, for your family, for your husband. That's how you get recognized, man. And it got to be righteous. You know what I'm saying? You can't be seeking your own comfort. A lot of our, and not just sisters, a lot of our people in general right now, they seeking their own shade. They want to make sure that they covered. But you should be seeking the covering that comes from the Most High, his protection, because riches ain't going to protect you in the last day, in the day of destruction, man. Riches ain't going to get us, wealth ain't going to get us out of this situation. We've always had money. Some of us might have had it. Some of us have at different times. But none of that has changed the condition of black people. When I say black, I'm talking about all of us. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? Because black is just a color in the crayon box. It's our condition. You understand? It's the state that we in. Read that again, verse 11 from the top.
11. Then he said unto me, Son of man,
right?
These bones are the whole house of Israel.
The whole house of Israel. This ain't the house of Ham. This ain't the house of Moab, the house of Ammon. This ain't the house of Esau. Y'all, listen, man. For y'all trying to take the scriptures and make this about other nations, the Lord is not with you, and you are of your father, the devil. You are teaching the doctrine of devils. You understand that? The Lord came to save his people. And that's who we're out here to save. If you got brotherhood, then you love your people, the children of your people. We know who our neighbor is, man. We're not out here looking for the people living next door to us. It's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Those who have suffered the suppression. Keep reading, Knock.
Behold, they say, our bones are dry.
He said, the Lord is saying, behold, they say our bones are dry, meaning black people, we in a tore up condition. Listen, man, they have made the victims the criminals. We have been victims ever since we touched ground on this soil. Ever since Christopher Columbus in 1492 hit the shores of the Americas and was scheming on Israelites and took them back to Spain as slaves and went back and robbed them of their gold and their natural resources, man. We have been victims. But they took the victims and criminalized the victims, man. And made us feel like our condition is our fault. It started off with our leadership because you didn't have, the men who had the knowledge to raise up our people to follow the laws of the Most High God. They sold out to get a place with the heathens, man. When Christ came on the scene and he was healing our people and teaching our people, having compassion on our people, did the Sadducees and Pharisees say, you know what, let's drop what we're doing and get and fall up under his authority and learn from him? So, and like you alternative Israelites, you always resist the Holy Spirit. You reject the Spirit of the Most High, man. And what do I mean by that? You reject the man who the Most High chose. Because when Christ left, he did choose. Christ did leave his authority with somebody. He left it with Peter. Peter was the man in charge. And then from there, he had everybody up under him. And we know that because Paul checked in with the heads at Jerusalem, man. Paul wasn't out there doing his own thing. He came back in and had to make sure that he was in alignment with the heads. Because why? God is a God of order. Listen, man, he is not the author of confusion, man. He does everything in decency and in order, man. Not in chaos, man. And what are we saying? Our bones are dried. Black people, we number one in heart disease and sexually transmitted diseases. Right now in Houston, they got they the number one in syphilis right now. Yeah, man. Listen, y'all watch all them little gold digger trap videos. The brothers coming with the nice cars, the Lamborghini trucks, and the Corvettes, and they bring all the women in from the sidewalk. I know a lot of that stuff is orchestrated, but some of it ain't. They be out there in Houston and in LA. Because why? System out, okay, well, what you gonna buy me? What you gonna get me? You gotta pay to play. You a prostitute, sis. That's all you are. You out there looking for a trick. You a prostitute. Well, in order for you to get to know me, you gotta spend a bag. I need at least a G. I mean, pay my bills, pay my rent. That's what life has come down to. Paying the bills and paying the rent. That was regular life for our great grandparents and grandparents. That was just regular life. A woman didn't choose a man based on whether or not he could pay her bills. That's because we were governed by our lust, man, and not by righteousness, man. And brothers, you out there trying to make it a good Christmas for your kids. So you want to get that, get them 2 bricks broken down and sold off to give your kids a good Christmas, to give them what you couldn't have at the expense of what? Somebody else's family, man. Because you selling that crack to somebody else's mama, somebody else's dad, and now they kids is going without food. They going 3 and 4 days without food, having to melt down that government block cheese, man. You understand? Go ahead, Art.
Oh, so like I said, if I could, it's so heavy what you're just saying. Going back to them sisters, man, like being prostitutes, they're not selling their body for bread and like food and clothes, they really selling their body just so they can die.
They want that Ruth Chris. They want that. Listen, they want to go to Ruth Chris, to that steakhouse 504, whatever the hell it is. They selling a box for that lobster plate, them lobster tails, and that butter sauce. They selling a box for abomination. We are destroyed. But the ISUPK is the remedy under Command General Yohana, man. It's the remedy. It's the solution. Yeah, we talking about the problem, but the Most High gave Ezekiel, a mighty prophet, the solution. He showed him the vision of the condition of our people, and then he gave him the solution to prophesy. What's going to change the condition of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian men preaching the truth. Christ told them, he said, look, the evil generation seeks after a sign, but you will receive no sign other than the sign of Jonas. Why? Because Jonah, the Lord told Jonah to go and preach destruction to Nineveh. And what happened? The entire city repented. They repented and they changed their ways. That's why Christ said in the judgment, the men of Nineveh are going to rise up and say and condemn this generation. Why? Because when they heard Jonah, they repented and changed. And then Christ said, a greater than Jonah is here. And you're ignoring it. Just like you ignoring the ISUPK. You mocking us. You know what I'm saying? You clowning us. Y'all ain't got no jobs. You out there in them corners in them costumes. Nah, man, we not naked. Christ said, man, that when he comes, don't be found naked. And don't let your garments have any stains on them, man. But you know what I'm saying? Because the white linen of the saints is the righteousness, man. You understand? We clothed in our culture. Yeah, you know what? You know what y'all are? Y'all Adam and Eve, man. Y'all have taken on the culture of the heathens, and you're naked. That's why you're trying to clothe yourself in Armani and what's that? Louis Vuitton and Fendi and Prada and Balenciaga, because you're naked. You're dressing up in the attire of homosexuals. All the designers of these name brands are homosexuals, man. They blow rod. Did y'all see that picture of that white party with Mike Rubin with Lil Baby? The brother had the brother had pants with no, the back of his pants was cut out with a thong in between it, and he's hugging on Lil Baby from behind. And Lil Baby looked like he in a goddamn ballet, like. And I ain't gonna lie, I rock with Lil Baby. I mean, I know y'all see all this gray and it's real. I was raised in the era of Wu-Tang, man, and Nas. So, I ain't gonna lie, J. Cole and them brothers don't impress me like that because they just sound like the baby versions of Nas and them. You know what I mean? I was raised on Pac and Biggie. So I can't really get impressed that easily. You know what I'm saying? I was raised from, Andre 3 Stacks, 3000, man. But Lil Baby, I can say he spit. But when I saw that, man, I said, dang, yo. You know what I'm saying? He done ate the fruit. He ate the fruit. He ate the fruit. Money can't change our condition. If you listen, that brother can spend $100,000 like it's nothing. He spent $100,000 like we spend $10 at Popeyes to get a 4-piece, you know what I'm saying? With a biscuit and some fries. I ain't gonna lie, I rock with their coleslaw too, man. So like it. Mm-hmm. He's spending like it's nothing. But he don't have the knowledge to realize that he's surrounded by the abomination, man, who the Lord hates. You understand? Even Meek Mill. Meek Mill at the party, Jay-Z. Wait, why is it an all-white party? How come it ain't an all-black party? With just all of us? Well, when you bringing in your people to celebrate with them and putting them on game and setting up businesses and healing the community, man, because our leaders only want to see comfort and shade for themselves. They're not trying to connect with their bones. They want to get themselves right and leave our bones dry. Go ahead and finish reading, Knock. He was in 11. You can read verse 12, and then we're going to go ahead and... Actually, I'm going to go to 14, Salakia. Go ahead. Nah, we in Ezekiel. Ezekiel 37. You can start at verse 12. Just go ahead, verse 12 to 14.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 12. Therefore, prophesy and say unto them, thus said the Lord God. Behold,
I will what? Listen, us being the number one ethnicity, blacks and Hispanics, the number one in the prison population, we in the grave. Our sisters out there getting sex trafficked, you know what I'm saying? And put out in them corners, man, selling their box for $40 and blowing rod for $20, man. We in them graves. In the Christian church, believing on a white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? The image of Cesare Borgia, man. We in them graves. But the Lord saying he going to open them graves. Go ahead. Uh-huh. 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 Right, man. We coming up out of that dead state, man. Out of that low state, out of the dust. We coming out up out of it with the knowledge of the truth. Keep reading. Right. Right. That's what Christ is going to come do, man. When Christ returns with 200 million angels, you know what I'm saying? He gonna come and get his men, his army, which is 144,000, the government, and then 1/3 of our people, man. And we pray that it be all of our people. We're not even on that 2/3 nonsense, man. You know what I'm saying? Now the Lord said it, but we praying like how Abraham prayed. He prayed for the Sodomites. He prayed for Sodom. He prayed that, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord would spare the whole city. Moses prayed on behalf of the Israelites. God's chosen when the Lord wanted to destroy them. That's what we do, man. We pray for our people and we prophesy to our people. And we show them brotherhood, man, because we want these dry bones to become an exceedingly great army, man. This is the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? This ISUPK Killeen Brotherhood class. I'm Priest and Officer Tapazar. I want to shout out Priest and Officer Abon Zion, Priest and Officer Abiyar for rocking it out with me, man. Everybody that was on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? YouTube, Clubhouse, you know what I'm saying? The water and I'm gonna go ahead and give a courtesy salute. Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Brakatham to the brothers, and Shalom, Yahweh Shemon Latham Bashem Yahshua to the sisters. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and close out, man. Shalom, Israel. Salaki. My nigga, how you doing, bro? You a soldier, nigga.